So after months of waiting for the highly anticipated Floyd Mayweather vs Logan Paul boxing match, we finally got to witness it last night. Logan Paul walked to the ring first with his first edition pristine BGS 10 Charizard card hanging around his neck, and then got followed by Floyd Mayweather's walk to the ring with the Migos. The fight itself ended up going all 8 rounds, and we got these stats right here from Showtime. As the fight ended, we got this live reaction from Keemstar.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Match is over. Match is over. Look, Logan was too big. Logan is too big. Mayweather can't knock him out. It's impossible. All right, Logan's just too big. Mayweather is too good. You know, there's no way Logan's going to be able to land that punch. I mean, we're just looking at something that... you're never going to see a knockout. You're never going to see a knockout.
At this time, Jake was also giving us his live reactions. He posted this video onto his Instagram with the caption, "Gotcha fucking career. Logan Paul, my fucking brother, just beat Floyd Mayweather. At Logan Paul."
10 seconds! Logan, got your fucking career! Got your fucking career! 50-1! 50-1! Fuck all of you! Fuck Logan Paul just beat Floyd Mayweather! Got your fucking career! Got your fucking career! Got your fucking career!
Jake then made a series of tweets saying, "Gotcha fucking career, 50-1, holy fuck, my brother just beat Floyd Mayweather." Now at around this time, Canelo tweeted out a facepalm emoji, and Jake replied to that tweet with, "You can't sell pay-per-views, I would eat you alive," and then went on to say, "McGregor is ducking me," with a laughing emoji. Now for that 50-1 tweet that he made, it obviously got a lot of people disagreeing with him, especially after we saw the stats. Sway replied to that 50-1 tweet with a picture of the stats and actually managed to ratio Jake in about 10 minutes. Some more reactions that we saw from the community were many people being impressed with Logan. Mike Malak said, "Logan just went the distance with one of the best of all time. W." Cavo said, "Fair fucking play to Logan Paul. Lasted 8 whole rounds with Floyd Mayweather. That is fucking sick. Hashtag Mayweather Paul." Keemstar said, "Logan Paul wins for not getting knocked out. Hashtag Mayweather Paul." But not all tweets were positive. H3H3 tweeted out, "Logan Paul got more hugs in one night from Floyd Mayweather than he got from his dad during his entire childhood." And then went on to post his TikTok. KSI also went on to react on Twitter. He tweeted out, "Just woke up. What I miss?" And then went on to also say, "So, you're saying I'm now the best boxer in the world?" KSI's brother Deji also reacted on Twitter and said, "Logan actually survived the fight with Floyd. Fair play." And then also said, "This means that KSI is the best boxer in the world." Deji then went on to upload a video giving us his reactions, in which it managed to elaborate on his 2 tweets.
Logan Paul had a fight with Floyd Mayweather, and waste of time, I'll be honest. I mean, kudos to Logan for lasting 8 rounds. I mean, he did just hug him the whole time, but absolute waste of time. Oh my gosh. With this fight, I thought Floyd was gonna completely body Logan, just get a nice flurry of punches in and just knock him out, but that didn't even happen. Like, Logan actually got a few shots in, which I'm very surprised about. It was boring as hell, don't get me wrong, the fight was boring as hell, but the fact that Logan survived 8 rounds with supposedly the best boxer in the world, I'm very, very astonished. I also want to put out a little theory. So since Logan survived 8 rounds with the best boxer in the world, and JJ beat Logan, does that make JJ the best boxer in the world? Since the best boxer in the world couldn't beat Logan, but JJ could beat Logan, does that make him the best boxer?
I don't know, Deji, but I do know that Critical went to the fight and he was feeling the same as you. Critical tweeted out, "I couldn't have imagined going to a more boring event. Falling asleep in the Uber on the way here was more fun." And just like Deji, he didn't just tweet out what he thought, he made a video too.
"The fight itself was the most miserably boring experience I think I've ever sat through. And this fight, if you can even call it a fight, was mainly just Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather hugging a lot and then accidentally slipping a wet noodle strike somewhere to the body, and maybe even like an over-the-pants hand job occasionally when they were really wrapped up. It was awful. I will say though, I was impressed with Logan Paul. At least he was doing something. Mayweather, this is all you'll see, and then occasionally some of this and some of that on the cheek of Logan when they get tied up together in the Kama Sutra positions in the ring. But at least Logan was like kind of constantly moving his arms, like throwing them a little bit. I will say, at the very least, Jake Paul's fights are not boring. At least there's like some action there, and he's got that pure psychopath energy, so he's coming in like fucking full throttle. This was like going to the geriatrics ward and watching them like try and rekindle an old rivalry. It was awful.
We also had Courage saying there are 2 winners tonight, Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. They just made so much money. He then uploaded a Twitter video calling out Tim the Tatman.
$10 million. Tim the Tatman.
Tim responded with, "This is the most unathletic thing I've ever seen." And Courage responded to that by saying, "Funny you say that online. In the ring, you'd stand no chance. I'm younger, I'm taller, I'm more athletic." We did get some memes out of the fight, more so just referring to Logan and Floyd as lovers because of some of the moments that led up to the event and then also the amount of hugging that we saw in the fight. And one more thing happened. So as some of you may know, the YouTubers vs TikTokers event is happening in a few days and is being main evented by Bryce Hall and Austin McBroom. Well, both main eventers were at the Floyd Mayweather vs Logan Paul event and they actually found each other.
Boys, next up. Y'all little boys, next up. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready to get the ass over?
And now let's finally talk about the main man himself, Logan Paul. After the fight was done, he tweeted out this picture with the caption "win" and then also posted that same picture on his Insta with the caption "W", but accompanied it with a clip of him hitting Floyd and this other clip of Floyd praising him.
Great young fighter, strong, tough. He's better than I thought he was.
Now there was this one moment in the fight where Floyd hit Logan pretty good and Logan kind of fell and then they held on to each other. People were saying that Logan got knocked out and that Floyd was holding on to him so the fight would continue. Logan saw people saying this and then went on to address it.
Morning after the fight, not too shabby for fighting the best. I'm seeing this narrative going around that there's one part in the fight where Floyd punched me and I kind of like leaned on him a little bit and it looks like I kind of went limp. And people are trying to spin it and say that he knocked me out and caught me and kept me up to keep the fight going to the 8th round. Shut the fuck up. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, stop trying to discredit what happened last night. Make no mistake, he got a lot of good punches in. There's a couple photos, I got fucked up a couple shots. I didn't know my face could like make that shape, but never rocked, never blacked out, never obviously got knocked out. He didn't hold me up. He tried to take me out and he couldn't. It was great.
Logan then posted this picture of Floyd hitting him and then saying, "Bruh, how can a face even do that?" And then posted this picture of himself on Twitter saying, "Not too bad." And then finally posted this video of him getting ready to go back to Puerto Rico.
Back to Puerto Rico. It's beautiful right now. Look at that sunset. I'm so happy, guys. Thank you all for your support. It honestly means the world to me. The one question that remains, where do I go from here?
He then posted this text saying, "No, seriously, who's next?" And that's where we are now. Those were the first 24 hours. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you on the next one.